Ooh, baby. Yeah. You know it. Sandcrawler. Oh. You know, it's not really thought about as one of the great Star Wars vehicles. You always think of the Falcon, the X-Wing, and the AT-AT, but man, this is really honestly one of my favorites. It ranks up there with Falcon, AT-AT, Slave One. It really does. It's just such an original, cool design. Got such cool engines in the back. This is from the Chronicles book as usual. This is the non-hero side, the side that you don't see in the movie, where all of the motors and electric is at, and batteries in there so that it drives. But man, just such cool weathering, and I love it. I built one already. Actually, I built two. Yeah, two. The Randy Cooper kit, which is actually not a bad kit. It's actually perfect size for displaying on your shelf. It's not accurate, but it's damn close. It's a very good artistic representation of it. I had a lot of fun building it. I love building it. I'll probably build another one for somebody if they wanted a commission. I still have it in my collection. I love it. It's the second model that I ever built. First was the Falcon, second was the Sandcrawler. I'm kind of glad I started with the Falcon first, the Agostini one, because that was like a paint by numbers kind of model. You stick this piece here, this piece here. The Sandcrawler took a lot of work and fitting, like it's a resin kit, so it was you had to like boil water and pour it on parts and to get them to go to shape, and then you a lot of filler and putty, and so I ended up using 3D printed tracks because the tracks that came with the resin one were not so great, and 3D printed ones actually worked really good that I got from a really great modeler that I watched all the time, and he made one and kind of helped, but I wouldn't have been able to build it without his help. Rob Rossi. I'm sorry, not Bob. Rob Rossi. Get a chance, check out his videos, man. They're pretty damn good on how to build gave me a lot of great ideas. I'll put a picture of my Sandcrawler here I just did. No, not just did. Last year I did one. Loved it so much, but I've been eyeing something else. I've been eyeing a studio scale sized actual one. Okay, so backtrack. The Randy Cooper one is not studio scale sized. It's about half the size of a studio scale one. This beauty is a beast. And I had been eyeing it in the background of John Simmons' videos for a long time. A long time. I've been talking to him about this for probably a year or so. Just thought, nah, it's just too big. I don't need to make another Sandcrawler. I don't need to, but I really want to. And why not do it right? So, that's where we're at today. I ordered the skeleton, well, the body for the Sandcrawler from this wonderful guy, Industrial Light Modeling. His name's Marvin. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. It's well, I guess I don't want to mess it up. So, yeah, Industrial Light Modeling. Ordered it maybe 2 weeks ago. I think he's in Germany or the Netherlands, one of the two. It didn't take long at all, but it came today. I've been excited to get this today. I've been buying some of the more expensive model kits for that one. There's a lot. you need like 12 Bandai Panther Gs. Ugh. And, well, you can get away, from what I understand, you can get away with 9 of the Panther Gs and a couple of the Jag Panthers because they kind of share a lot of the same. The Jag Panthers are a lot easier to come by. I was only able to find 1 Panther G so far. But this is going to be a labor of love. Okay. So, to give you an idea of what's inside, it comes as MDF. Laser cut MDF. And you take it apart and build it. You make the box. I don't even think I could show you anything that you would recognize. These are the sides. These here are these right here. I'm excited to do this. I thought this would be a lot heavier, but it's really not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. There's the front. I mean, look at the size of that front. I mean, this isn't even showing you. Kind of. That's the front. I think it's the front. Might be the side. That's the opening. I think. But yeah, I mean, Jesus, this thing's gonna be a beast. It's gonna be large. I'm gonna love every second of it. So, you know, it's gonna take a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of building, a lot of styrene, a lot of skinning, a lot of paneling. Here's my plan. Okay. So I've been struggling with it for a little while now, trying to figure out, all right, what am I going to do? I'm building this big monster baby, and I already have a Sandcrawler, painted one. So do I sell my Sandcrawler or what? But I don't want to sell it because I really like it. I love how I painted it. It was the second model I made. It means a lot to me. And I thought, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to build a studio scale one and keep it unpainted so that it shows all the kit parts. There's a lot of cool kit parts on there. There's C-Lab, which are orange. There's some blue ones in there. There's green. There's brown. There's tan. And I'll show a quick picture while just to give you kind of an idea. So I'm going to display it as kit parts and one painted. See, it kind of has like 2 different stages of how it was made. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. And this is something I've been wanting to do. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of cutting. Probably I'll cut my fingers a bunch of times, I'm sure, but also I'll be really happy with it in the end. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you, John. Thank you for kind of set me in the path of, doing this, because we're going to build this first and we'll see how it turns out. All right, now we're going to start building it. Printed up some instructions because it looks like a whole lot of mess here. So got some instructions on how to put together that Marvin gracefully made. It's not just thrown on me and you can figure it out yourself. He actually gives you instructions and is easily accessible to help. We're going to use some Gorilla wood glue and got a bunch of clamps on here and down here. Also, use a popsicle stick. We'll smooth out the glue so we don't have big globs just oozing out. And get some paper towels. Clean up the mess. So let's get started. Very recognizable. It's the sides, so pretty cool. I just can't get over how big this sucker is. It's like as wide as this table. I'd have to get my tape measure, but I think it's like 3 feet. Something like that, man. Jesus Christ. All right. That'll be a good idea. Then just thought of this, would be to line it up and pencil in the holes where you'll be able to see through, so there's no glue spots. No one globs of glue in these areas because you'll see those show through. I don't know if this one does or not, but we're gonna make sure there's no glue in it. Just kind of gotta think ahead a little bit and try to figure out what is gonna screw you down the line, which usually you learn by trial and error because you mess things up all the time. Then you learn, oh shit, I should have did this. And the next time you try to remember and you don't. But we're gonna try to do it right this time. This is a pretty important project to me. All right, a little bit of glue, and we will smooth it out. And there we go. Glue around the edges. Get the edges good, because that's where you want it to stick. And try my best not to glob it, because you just clean it up, but it's easier. There we go. And oh yeah, I'm gonna smooth it out. Smooth it out a little so it's not so globby. I wish I could get this side. It's probably not even enough glue. Smooth it out. It ends up being not enough. So I'll put some more on. Yeah. So let's just keep doing this and put it together. So like it's just when I'm building stuff like this, I really just kind of think about like how they were doing it back then. I mean, all of us want to kind of get in their heads sometimes and think about how they made things, but it's even more like when you're building the same things that they built. You know, it's like an archaeologist who tries to get into the head of the civilization that they're studying or excavating or whatever the case may be. So, and the wood glue takes a little while to set, so it's okay. You don't have to rush. You just gotta make sure you got it right. I don't like that plant. I like these plants better, but I don't have that many of them, so we'll just kind of try to do our best. And one, and two. Hopefully that sticks real good. It doesn't. Pain in the ass. Luckily this week, my garage door broke, so I have this extra space. Yeah. And we'll dry the edges. See, just like that. And see, I did get a little bit of glue in there, but it is what it is. I can just clean it up a little bit as best I can. I'm excited to see how big this sucker gets. My kids keep asking me, where are you going to put that thing? And I mean, I have a big room, but you know, space is always an issue no matter who you are. Back to the outside, so that clamps better. Yeah. Yeah. One done. And move on to the next one. And the next one, I think think everybody keeps saying you should dry fit most of the parts together, which I'm gonna do. But these you can glue together. And I think they're pretty okay. You don't have to worry about dry fitting these. But when you're putting all the other pieces together, it's probably better to dry fit. Like so. Maybe I'll just turn this one around so it lays flat. There. One done. All right, next one. Here we go. I'm sure you guys don't want to see all this, so I'll just glue this one and we'll pause it, build the rest, and when we're ready to move on, I'll come back. You know, sometimes I think it's boring to watch like me painting or showing paint, you know, while I'm painting and speed it up, but I got some feedback saying it was, you know, helpful. I think it's boring. I personally don't want to watch somebody paint or glue or whatever the case may be, but you want to see the progress and the well, a lot of people want to see the end result, but I like to watch the progress along the way. I'll tell you, Rob Rossi was one of the ones that I watched the most. He's got some good videos, very informative videos, about his Randy Cooper Sandcrawler. And like this. So give him a look at some of his videos. He's got some good ones. He's very local to me. He lives about an hour away from me, and I've been to his shop a couple times. Great builder, great painter, just really genuinely helpful guy. Yeah, give him a look. And see, I'm dripping. Even though I tried not to, it's still dripping. But that's okay. It's a workshop. So we'll line this up, clamp it, and move along. All right. All right, well, my clamps. I'll probably end up gluing these and taping them because they're a little smaller. Yeah, so, but good point to stop because I am on my way out to meet a guy who's next town over who has a whole bunch of the AMT car truck kits I need for this beauty. So, yeah, going to meet him, buy some kits, getting prepared to start popping them on, which, you know, that's going to be fun too. I love doing that. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and we'll move on to the next. See, even now, the glue's still gooping out a little bit. I don't want to find out later that there's a glue sticking out somewhere that I could have wiped off, and now I have to chisel it off or something, you know, like it's just trying to keep up with it so it's less work in the future. Yeah, I mean, look, this isn't even as wide as it's gonna be because the front end sticks out, like it canters out the top. like so. It goes out like this even. It's that freaking big. Like, and then just looking at how high it is. I mean, this is the bottom, but you got this, and you got the tank treads. Oh boy, may have bit off more than I could chew. But oh well. Do first, ask forgiveness later. All right, see ya. My God, this thing is humongous. I may have bitten off more than I can chew, to be honest with you. It is massive. You don't really even realize it. You see pictures, okay? Pictures don't remotely show you how big this sucker is. Like, paper towel holder. To give you some reference. I mean, Jesus freak. Wow. It's awesome. But now I'm wondering, well, okay. Not even, this isn't even showing you how big it is, really. Because you have to add the whole front section to it yet. Which is angled down like this. I mean, wow. Now I don't even know where I'm gonna put this thing in my basement. I have a lot of room down there, but geez Louise, this is just, it's crazy how big this sucker is. Okay, well, that's what I wanted. So these are just dry fitted together right now and taped together a little bit so I can get an idea what I want to do. I want to drill pre-drill some holes and put some support screws in to hold it together a little better when I glue it. That'll be tomorrow probably. Right about now I'm gonna go over and meet the guy and get some model kits from him. Can't wait to start popping on kit parts. It's gonna take me a while, but it'll be fun. It'll be a nice project over time. But I'm gonna video the building and the skinning and the plating and just some of the kit parts because I don't have them all and it's gonna take me a while to get them all. So I'm gonna, like, I don't know if I said this in the last video or not, but I'm gonna try to go all kit parts as much as I can. Some of them might not be possible, which I thought this one might not be possible, but can't really say that. Some of the more expensive ones, like the Stug and I have some C-Lab, but I'm gonna try my best to go all kit parts. There may be a few that I won't be able to, just because I won't find them anywhere. I may even have trouble finding people who have casts of some of these parts, but if I do that, I'm gonna paint the cast piece a certain color so that I know which ones are cast. And well, I'll know, but I can just say, all right, these white ones are cast pieces, or maybe even paint in the same color as the original donor kit parts. I don't know. Kind of would like to do that, but yeah. Wow. Thanks for following along, and we'll keep going. I'm back. There is the Randy Cooper one that is half size probably. It's like twice as big. Let's go around to the back. Yeah, a little bigger. So my plan is to, I was thinking about selling the smaller one, but I just like the paint job so much. And I also like the way models look as kit parts sometimes too. So I'm keeping both and displaying both. I'm going to display it as kit parts and as a painted model. So yeah, that's just to give you a size comparison. Let's put this over here and we can talk about this beauty for a little bit. So, still have to skin it, and I left the top open so that you could still work inside. Plus, I had an idea. So, on the actual filming miniature, there is a big open square on the non-hero side. It's unfinished. An opening for them to, you know, get in there, work on the electronics, make sure it runs right, has batteries and wires and stuff. And I was debating what to do. So I thought, all right, well, the coal's gonna be like here, okay? I thought about cutting it out, putting in some, making it look like the original prop with some wires and some terminal strips and stuff like that, but that's boring. So what I decided to do is I'm gonna cut this out and leave this open for now and to be able to work on it, but I'm gonna do the cross sections. I'm gonna put workings inside, floors inside, lights inside, turbines. I think that's a pretty cool idea. We'll see. I'm gonna do it all with kit parts. I'm gonna do it all with styrene. Probably some little mini glue micro machine Jawas in there. But that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'll be able to take this cover off. It's gonna be all plated up. It's gonna be all look normal when it's closed up. But then once you take it off, you get to see inside a Jawa Sandcrawler, and I thought about doing the ramp in the front, you know, so lower that, but I just love the way the front ramp looks alone. I don't want to bother with all that. I mean, that's, how often am I going to open it? And even this, I'm not going to open it that often, but I'm still going to do it sometimes. So what I thought I'd do for this video is, so I have to still skin it. And I bought a lot of styrene because I thought I was gonna need, this white stuff styrene, 1 millimeter styrene, like so. But I bought 2 foot by 3 foot sheets of it, which are, you know, they weren't that expensive. They were only like $10 a piece. I got too many. I overcompensated, but that's okay. I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I started cutting this, getting this ready. I got the one side cut. So basically you like lay it against, you mark it with a pencil, you score it. And then on this side, it was a little more difficult. So lined it up, made a mark up here, a mark down here where it should end. And I'm gonna scribe that and cut it. So kind of get an idea. And then on top of that, what I'm gonna do is, let's do it from this side. Go and line that up like so. Put that there and mark the inside. So the pencil on the lines, so I can draw it later where this is gonna go. Like so. Just to give you an idea. All right, so we're gonna scribe it. So we're just gonna mark out our line here so I can see it a little bit better. And lines, so, and then across. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. This is even though this is the non-hero side and this is gonna get cut out, I still am gonna put the little tunnel there just so that it still looks like a Sandcrawler when it's not opened up. And so I'm gonna cut this out. This is for the non-hero side again. So we're going to just, and I'd rather almost do, like I have my line, but I want to go past my line because I don't want to be short. I want to be, if anything, I'd rather have a little more extra. That way I can just file it down and then I don't have to redo the whole entire thing. If it's short, I got to redo the whole thing. But if it's longer, I can just sand it down the edge or file it down. Get a couple scores. I'm using this because it's easier to push on, but you can use an X-Acto. And honestly, like 3 or 4 cuts and it's basically coming off on its own. Like so. Let's see how we did. We're gonna go on. We're close. Actually, we're pretty damn good. Maybe could just use a little bit taken off. I may even just slice it down here, file it down here, glue it on, and then no, let's do that now. Let's get this edge good. That way I can redraw that square inside and be exact. Or, no, I can't really file it that way, so just take a little bit off that edge. Not much, just a little, and heavier on the bottom. But again, like after I skin this, I have to plate it. So there's gonna be 3/4 millimeter styrene plates over top of this. That's gonna hide a lot of the imperfections, which is good because you never know. There we go. There we go. That didn't take off much. Probably took too much off that, I think. Let's just cut it off so it's nice and square. So, all right. Yeah, that's good. That's real good, actually. And I'm able to still put the top back on because these notches are where they sit, right? So that's good, actually. And like I said, on the inside too, I want to leave extra because I'd rather file some away than have to add some later. I don't care if I leave like 1/8 of an inch extra. You know, it's like just put some on. Just file it down, and once it's glued in place, it should be pretty easy to file because it won't move. And yeah, this is a lot of work, actually. I'm surprised. I knew it was going to be a lot, but then you don't realize how much until you really start. But I'll tell you what, Marvin's design and skeleton have been freaking phenomenal. They fit together great. You know, you glue it. I actually put it together, taped it, and then hot glued the hole inside because I didn't want to take it apart and glue it with wood glue. Hot glue is going to hold. The angle's good, and yeah, that's solid. I ain't going anywhere. One more side, and then we'll put it on. And I'm just using CA glue to glue it in there. It's holding real good. In fact, too good sometimes. Yeah. And we'll just cut it out a little better. Get it good. So cool. I don't want to cut too much. There we go. There. And there. One more. I'm not boring you. Just takes a little bit of effort. Yeah. Voila. Beauty. That'll work. That's good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah. And what I'll do is just get some of the dirt off here. It's a little dusty sometimes. And we'll lay this on its side. Here, let's position things so you can see what I'm doing. We're gonna lay it flat. Let's put this back on first. Give it a couple pieces of tape so it stays in place real good. Spoke too soon. There it goes. A couple pieces of tape, give it a place. So don't slide it on us. And mess up our angles. And we don't really care if it gets glued. That tape gets glued in there. So let's flip it. Make sure we got good viewpoint of it. Maybe. So. And really just some CA glue. Some Insecure. Put it on. I've used a lot so far. I bought a couple bottles of it, and I'm sure I'm gonna need a couple more. Go around the edges real good, around the middle. And then we'll get these up here so they stay pretty good. Just to make sure it doesn't pull off there. And then in the middle. See, that goes fast. It's not a full bottle, but shit, I need more. Let me grab the other bottle. Where are you, fucker? I just used this bottle yesterday. Got these 2 bottles yesterday, and now I've gone through one already. I'm gonna have to buy more. I ain't going anywhere. Alright. Make sure you got the right size. It's a little dirt clean and lay and press. Just like so. Tell you what, I don't regret doing this at all. This is fun. There's been a lot of fun building this. The skeleton that Marvin came up with. It's like perfect. Fits together so good. The directions are good. You know, then like you join the Facebook group for other people who bought this, and they, you know, you get IDs and figure out, help people talk and try to figure out, you know, what parts are that aren't known yet. So yeah, this is, I would recommend this to anybody who's interested in something this monstrous. It's immense. So yeah, make sure you have the room for this sucker if you decide to do it, because it's a space killer, literally. And yeah, that should be good. Lay it flat, and we'll see. Voila. Let's take this off before this box top gets glued in by accident. I'll reposition the camera in a second. Just want to get this off before it glues in. There it goes. See, it's already almost glued in. Down in there. We'll wait till that dries up good. Put it back on and file it. yeah. So yeah, that's a good position. So you get the idea. Now, you know, there's a lot of kits to this, so this is a long-term project. This isn't like you buy all the kits in 1 week and then put it all together. This is gonna take, it's taking me about a week to build so far. You know, a little bit here, a little bit there, not consistently, but it's gonna be so cool. So yeah, I'll keep continuing to show some progress and we'll go from there. But you know, this whole first half gets skinned all with 1 millimeter styrene, and then on top of it you cut all the little individual armor plates for it. And then on the back here you skin it with 0.5 styrene, and then all the kit parts go on there. There's some in here too, but the majority of the kit parts are here and in the back. So yeah, here we go.